Okay, everybody, so for today's fun media arts activity, we are going to practice one of the first media arts that was really established, and that is photography. So all you need for this project is your iPad. And what we're going to do is start out shooting. That's the term for taking a picture, taking a shot. We're going to start out taking pictures of what I like to refer to as an everyday object, something around your house that you can easily pick up and move and place in different areas. And then you're going to move around the object and take different photographs from different vantage points, which I will explain. Right, everybody. So one of the first things that we need to figure out when we're taking a picture, and we're using our iPad for these photos, is how we're going to hold the camera. Because we've really got two ways we can hold the camera anytime we're going to take a picture. Let's say this is my camera. Now I can hold it like this and shoot what is referred to as a landscape shot or landscape orientation. The other option is to shoot like this, and we call this one portrait orientation or portrait mode. It's really portrait orientation. And you're going out to take a photograph. That's the first decision to make. Portrait or landscape? Portrait or landscape? And you can take the picture one of three possible ways. Probably just one of two for now. You can push the white button and the shutter will go off, or you can push one of the volume buttons and the shutter goes off. The third way that you can capture a photo is if you plug in the white headphones, you can use the volume button on the headphones to take a shot. All right, so the first thing I'm going to do is find my object. I found it. Tanuki. Tanuki is badger. And there is Tanuki. So, where am I going to move Tanuki? Now that I've set Tanuki on the table, I'm going to move around Tanuki. Now, how does that look? Now there's a lot of weird light right now that the camera's having to deal with. Too much. What if I move to a different side of Tanuki? Oh, that looks so much better because the light is better. So, the first shot you really want to be able to establish is a full shot. So, you can see my frame. That's whatever is going to be in your picture. And I want Tanuki to pretty much fill the frame. I don't want him to be crooked. So I'm going to set that to photo. Now I can go in and look. There it is. I'm going to come in a little closer and see if it's clear. I feel like it could be a little bit more crisp, the focus. So I'm going to camera and shoot this one more time. So again, I'm level to Tanuki. I've got Tanuki filling the frame. I tell my camera where I want to set the focus, right on that eye. And I hold as still as possible. Check this one. I like that one. Yep, it's a lot clearer, it's sharper. So I'm going to trash this one. Keep this one. All right, so now I have one full shot. But now I want to get one long shot of Tanuki. But there's too much busyness in the background, too much activity, too many things to get in the way of looking at Tanuki. So let's come over. That's pretty good. So now, notice there are 9 squares. Tanuki barely only fills 1 square. So we call this a long shot. Next, try a close-up. Let me take a moment and get clear. Set focus on the eye. I don't like that. I want the focus on the whole head. And wow. Sometimes when you're taking a landscape shot, you might want the lens up on top. Probably more often than not. Then it won't get in the way of your hands when you hold on. When you take a portrait shot, you'll probably want it up on the top more often than not. But once in a while, you might be in a position where you actually want the lens down at the bottom, depending on how you're trying to frame up a shot. So be aware of where the lens is, and be aware of not covering it with your fingers when you're going to shoot. All right. And our last few shots. Here's a low angle shot from below. Here's a high angle shot where the camera's positioned directly above. Here's another close-up with Tanuki in the bushes. And lastly, here's a shot, a full shot, but from behind. So let's recap, everybody. We're shooting an everyday object, and for many of you, you might choose a stuffed animal. But ultimately, it can be anything. It can be a toy, it can be a skateboard, something that's small enough that you can move around, but something big enough that you can really feature in a photograph. And we're looking to establish, firstly, good focus so that the object that we are taking the picture of is clear and sharp. Secondly, we are looking to establish the primary first composition technique of a full shot. So whatever your item is, it's going to pretty much fill the frame that's available. And remember, 2 different options for your frame orientation: portrait mode and landscape mode. So we decide portrait mode or landscape mode. We find something to shoot, and then we let that object fill the frame. I would suggest that you physically get close enough with you and the camera so that that object fills the frame. Rather than trying to zoom in, you'll get a better quality picture that way. You basically just want to get comfortable with the camera, learn how to hold it straight, learn how to be steady, and practice setting focus, and eventually come up with one good, strong, clean image that doesn't have too much background distraction, and you have a full shot. 3rd graders 4 shots. You know what I mean. 4th graders take 5, 5th graders take 6, 6th graders take 7. Yeah? So what to do when we're done taking the shots? You want to go through them, and you're welcome to delete ones you're not going to use. Find the best representations, and you're welcome to put them in an album, or just maybe mark them as favorite. And I'm going to leave this as an option. If you want to mark up the photo, that's something 4th, 5th, and 6th graders are welcome to do. So you go into editing, and one of the additional features is markup, and you can write or type text on your photo, and then you can even describe on your photograph in text what shot that is. All right, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. All right, everybody. So I hope this first project goes well, and I'd love to see some of your photos when you're all done with it. And check back in again for lesson number 2. Again, this has been Mr. Hall for All the Arts for All the Kids in the Fullerton School District. Be well, everybody.